Nobody ever believed he was real. Nobody ever knew him or
So the guy I escaped from is an old friend of mine. He actually wasn't done yet, and he came in and hit a 27-23 on me, which was pretty funny. But anyway, yeah, he's an old clan mate, so it was a bit of a laugh. But we actually got some revenge on him, and I got the TV in, and yeah, eventually we grinded him down and got the kill. So it's quite kind of satisfying. So yeah, fuck you, Heisenberg. Basically, my main account's called Heisenbang because he used to be such a one bang when it came to clan fighting. But yeah, a bit of fun there. Anyway, let's crack on with the episode. So I was at the black chinchompers, trying to chomp away at the black chins. No, I'm joking. So then I ran into some pures, and there's 3 of them against me. I stepped out, pulled my dark bow out, bang, 28-24. See you later. The slight pity about this KO was the fact it wasn't my kill for some odd reason. So I was left to tank out against these 2. No spec, I only had range because I was kind of expecting to be killing guys at the chins and not PKers. So he just stuck on protect from range and sort of didn't take too much damage. So after a little bit of thinking, I was like, fuck this, I've got 5 sharks left, let's get out of here. He splashed twice on me actually. And the best place to go if you're in this situation and you're getting attacked is into the hobgoblin mine, because these guys are aggressive and they'll attack you, and therefore the PKs can't get you. So I hung around here and I was like, I could have easily logged out, but I was like, fuck it, let's go. I wanted to go and get my loot, and I also wanted to go and get a bit of revenge on these guys. I found out one of my clan chat members had actually come along and tried to save the day, and there he is in the minimap, good man. And so he had one fight going there, but I went in, picked up the D-skim that I got, I think a dragon dagger in there as well. And before I knew it, I had another guy who had turned up. It's obviously like a little PK team, and he started attacking me, but I wasn't sure if I died. I wasn't like, I could have died basically. I wasn't sure if my D-skim that I PK'd would protect over my dark bow, which would be very depressing. And I wasn't really sure if I should take the risk of that. It'd be very annoying to end up with a D-skim instead of a dark bow. So I was trying to loot some food because I was completely out. So looting food from the guy I killed and trying to tank the guy's hits. But I was actually doing pretty well. I was ranging him back, and yeah, the guy's actually called like Nignog. So I'm not being racist, but thanks for trying to help me out there, boy. I got barraged as I tried going back to the hobgoblin mine, and then I started attacking back, and I was like, fuck me, I might kill this guy. And he went in for the DDS clutch, and he fucking hit a 31-27 on me, and I got sat the fuck down. Luckily, I did have a D-skim in my inventory, but the dark bow was protected. I then ran back and actually managed to re-loot my Zamorak robes back, which was awesome. Then I went to Bounty Hunter, and didn't even need my D-bell on this guy. He just didn't eat. He was like, what? So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll take your emblem, and I took his DDS. He also had loads of cooked current bronze, which is really good for tank eating. So I looted all those up. And then the next fight was some guy in full rune, and I feel sorry for these guys. He's obviously not used to the wildy. And some guy pulled out a D-bow. I didn't even know the guy, but anyway, I got the kill and got a rune full helm and another emblem, I believe. So yeah, I was like, poor guy. And then again, I was fighting a guy with an obby maul. He didn't have a berserker necklace on, but he got me down to 5 HP. As he tried escaping, I got the last hit in. He was obviously out. Didn't get the obby maul, but my emblem was upgraded and I got some monk robes. So that's kind of cool. And then I went back to the Black Chins and found this guy here who was obviously another little bit of a wildy noob. He saw me, was like, nah, you're alright, mate. Started running, but I did get the TB on him, so he couldn't teleport. You can use a glory if you're below level 30, which most people do here, but I think his glory was out of charges. Pulled out the Debo, very poor spec. I think a lot of people panic in these situations and they actually forget to eat. You'll see in a minute, I do actually get the kill on this guy, but he had a lot of food and just decided not to eat for some reason. So I carried on with my magic short bow, which at my range level now of 82 is hitting pretty well. I think I can hit 20s. Look at me. I was sort of waiting for my spec to come, so I wasn't sure when to pull it out, but here you go, he starts running, just doesn't eat. Now look at the loot pile. Look how many sharks he had. I mean, that is just ridiculous. Anyway, you see there his glory is uncharged, so he couldn't have tallied anyway. And the DDS as well, and some other beautiful stuff. Got some climbing boots as well, which I tucked into my looting bag. The lovely secondary backpack I have when I go PK. So then, next up, I decided to try and complete my goal from Series 4 of collecting 5 mil cash, and then I can make a death spawn in Edgeville instead of Lumbridge. And you see there, I've got all my junk that I've literally just got from all my episodes. Any items there you're confused about how I've gotten, I will link you to the episode. But eventually, after about half an hour of alking, I got 1.4 mil there, and then I alked all my rune ore, which alked for 1.9k each, and I ended up there with 1.8 mil. So adding that to my original 2.3, which is mainly from the keys from the God Wars dungeon, along with cash PKs and alking other stuff as I went along, it came to a beautiful total of 4.1 mil. So I wasn't quite happy with that. I needed that 5 mil. So I went back down to the God Wars area and got my keys, which out for 61.5k each. I've said that so many fucking times, but if you're new to my series, I'm just going to give you a little bit of extra info. And yeah, they out for a beautiful amount. So I think I got, that's the second one, there's the third one. These actually took quite a while. Normally they come a bit quicker, but there's my fourth one. So that's 184k plus the 61.5, 246k, take the 1/4 mil. Then I went to the mage bank and started identifying some of my herbs. 22 herb, 23 herb, and then eventually 24 herb. Be really good to get 38 for this next series. Well, for this series, that'll be one of my goals. Then I did some superheating. So I withdraw 1 coal, 9 iron ore, and then the rest coal, and that way I can literally spam click the coal and the iron into steel bars to give me smithing XP. There you see I get 44, and then I invited some of my clan chat members to come along and do some bank standing event, and I got 45 smithing, then on to 46, and it's fairly quick, but it's also great mage XP. I can now make steel plate legs and plate skirts, and there you go, more smithing XP there. Fucking bots, always buying the runes out, so I always report them as well. I hope you guys do too. And there, as I said, great mage XP, so 87 mage, it's a lovely little level there. I hit some serious lag, but it now means that I can actually enchant onyx bolts, which alk for a good amount, I think about 8k each. There you go, 48 smithing. I use the anvil just west of the mage bank. I can now make steel plate bodies. Basically with smithing, it just depends on how many bars you want to use. It's all the same XP, so if I use steel plates, it's actually quicker XP because it doesn't take quite so long to make them. And I can also out them for 1.2k each, which is awesome. It's 6k per inventory, so that's pretty nice. Bullseye lantern, don't really need you, mate, unless I'm going to the giant mole, which I won't be, I don't think. Nah. 50 smithing, I can now make mithril. Mithril daggers, yeah, not great. But anyway, I out all the steel that I did make from those 5 or 6 smithing levels, and it came to a grand total of about 151k, so I'm pretty happy with that. So generally throughout my whole series, as you guys have probably seen, I've been PK orientated really, so it's nice to get my head down and do a bit of skilling. It's kind of relaxing, not quite so intense as PKing. So I took my steel plate bodies that I'd made to the Fountain of Ruin, which basically means that I don't get XP for it, which is kind of good as well, because I don't really want to get imbalanced and get a really high major level, especially with the fact that I haven't actually done Desert Treasure yet. So I was here at the Fountain of Ruin, and I kept seeing these guys log in. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? And basically these accounts here are scouts. So one logged in, I attacked it, and I was like, nah, fuck it. And then as I was alching away, a pure logged in, and luckily I managed to log out in time and get away. So I was on to my last couple of plate bodies there, and in total I made 200k, plus the 150k before is 350k, which is heading towards my 5 mil goal. I then headed to the wilderness resource area and started doing some power mining. I didn't even bother banking or noting this iron, but I got a nice level 53 mining there. Then as you see here, I headed up to the Fountain of Ruin, and 2 accounts logged in next to the chest. The account that was stealing all the stuff actually logged out, but I had a sneaky suspicion that this guy was in fact his bank account, and he was trading all the items over to that account. So I got the kill, and I started looting up. It wasn't like spectacular, but it was pretty nice. Got some nice tuna there, quite a few diamonds, well 8 diamonds there, a load of coal, which I can also use to start making my myth bars, because my goal will be to make mithril bolts and then fletch those as well. There's my second kill at Rose Castle, and again a load of diamonds, a load of gems, quite a few runes. There you go, 21 diamonds. I've got literally 550 or so diamonds in the bank, so when I can make P-necks and diamond bolts, that will be fucking awesome. I ran into this pure, and the Chaos Elemental decided to get involved. She was obviously fairly bored, good old Ellie, but I chased this guy towards the portals. Didn't have TB on me this time, so the guy could have probably teleported and got away, but he didn't. As you see here, the Chaos Elemental was kind of fucking me over, kept like unequipping my items, but I stood strong, and we were both getting annihilated because we were both pures. This guy ran out of food, and I pushed east to get away from the Ellie and got the kill. So apart from like the cosmetic items, that guy didn't actually lose a lot, but he did come back. And he didn't just come back by himself, he brought 2 of his best pals to come along. I didn't know that at the time. I started fighting him, then one of his mates logged in there. I was like, oh fuck, a level 68, I'll be alright. So before his mate got too involved, I decided to check out a little dark bow spec on him. I almost got the kill, but I didn't quite. Then thought it was time to evacuate. And I love fucking people over on these stairs. So as you see, I sped it up here because it took a good fucking 2 minutes or something. But as you see, my spec goes up to 55, which means I can pull out the dark bow. And I was like, screw it, I'll wait here, pull out the dark bow and get ready to dismantle him. So as I was waiting, up he came, bang, almost got the kill again, almost exactly the same spec as before. Then all his buddies sort of started DDSing me and stuff. I got frozen, couldn't move, but eventually wiggled my way around, hid behind the door and closed the door, gave him a little goodbye and logged out. I then went to my smithing area, which as you know is west of Mage Bank, and it's got a great mine next to it where I can mine mithril, coal, addy and iron. I actually got a Genie lamp, which is awesome. All I need is 1 more lamp and I can get 2 agility, which sounds kind of idiotic, but it's kind of good. 58 mining there just for mining mithril ore basically. Then I started superheating the ore. Takes 1 mithril ore and 4 coal to make a bar, and then I was putting that onto mithril axes because they're kind of cool to, like, if I want to return to moss giants via the canoe, and I'm going to want an axe. The better the axe is, the quicker it is to return. So I was high alching those as well for 312 GP each. Now, Series 4 I said I wanted to kill all of the main wieldy bosses. I've killed Venenatus 4 times now, I believe. Now it was time for Callisto. I did try before with melee, but failed kind of miserably. Here you see me failing a debo spec and then going with the Gmaul for a 27, but the boss was annoyingly healing itself, and it only heals itself when it's in combat with me. So I found a way of getting its HP down without it trying to attack me, and that was to use dark bow specs in a little safe spot behind a tree. I could also use my rune crossbow, but it would attack me at the same time. So I basically just waited for my spec to go up a bit and then pull out the debo The minimum I could hit is a 16, and I always hit that. As you see, this boss wasn't going to go down without a fight. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Anyway, but yeah, I just carried on attacking the guy. I was also using my recoil to make damage. Surprisingly did a lot. Each recoil I wear gets rid of 40 HP from the boss before it runs out. So yeah, just kept grinding, and then bang, 57-19 to the face, just as I almost killed the boss. But I went back, as you would expect me to do, and started carried on deboing it. Eventually, the final debo spec, I got the kill. So I'm well happy with that. My second big boss is down. The drop wasn't great. I got an uncut dragonstone, but hey ho, I'm not really worried about that. It's just going to be nice to move on to my next series goal, which is series 5. But straight after that kill, I was like, fuck it, I got a full inventory of food. Let's go take on this Vatron boss. Now it's a demon. It basically fires out spunk out of his face and tries to like come shot you. You just got to avoid it. And if it does hit you, it can hit like 30, I think is the max hit, or maybe even more. So you've got to be careful not to get hit. But I'm just showing you all the times I hit it, really. I was doing well with range, to be honest with you. And it has 2 forms. The first form is in purple, as you see, and that's all good. Then it spawns 2 skeletons. Skeleton hellhounds, I think they're called. And you have to kill these before you can damage the main boss. So that didn't take too long. I was hitting pretty well, hitting some nice average 30 hits then, and I killed them both. The best way to kill it is actually using Varrox, but I obviously don't have that, nor do I have the defense level to do it. I'm only 1 defense, as you know, so it was kind of a bit of a grind, this one. But once you get it to its second form, which is that form there, it goes orange, you have a time limit to kill it. I'm not sure what the time is. I'm guessing it's around 5 minutes, and if you don't kill it within that time, it will just revert to its ordinary form, and you have to start all over again. Apart from whatever HP you leave the boss on the orange form, when it goes to the purple form again, it will keep that HP. So if you got it down 90%, then it will still be that once you've banked and come back, or if you died or whatever. And it also spawns the skeletons again, which is annoying as fuck. But as you see there, it did actually go back to its purple form. I didn't kill it quick enough, but that's not going to stop me. I brought my trusty rune battle axe back with me, which was shit, by the way. So I actually stuck to the Gmaul, trying to see if I could melee it, but it really wasn't working out for me. Hit me down to 2 HP and I was out. Had to rebank, but I came back with my my range again, which seemed pretty good than the first time I attempted it. It's almost like Jad, it's kind of trial and error, and you get better at it the more you try it. My Carl's bow was just a test, really. It wasn't very good. There's 2 mains there. They decided to do the same thing as me, but they didn't even help me out, the bastards. But got to the purple form and got it down to the orange form finally. So now the race was on, and I was using my Diamond D bolts. Decided to stick to the rune crossbow and the debo spec. Forget the Carl's bow, it wasn't hitting very well. I had a couple, about 7 ruby E bolts in my bank, which hit pretty well. Hit a nice, like 21 or 31 there. And as you see, I'm hitting nice. Just sort of waiting for it to turn purple again. It was kind of pissing me off. But eventually got it down low enough, got the kill, and that, my friends, is all the bosses defeated in the wildy for my account. And I got a magic seed, which I can't use. But I was really pissed off at this dwarf. He kept trying to attack me throughout the whole fight, so I decided to get a bit of revenge and take him down. But cool. That's all the combat goals for Series 4. And I'm glad I got those completed. As you see here, 4 Venenatus, 1 Callisto and 1 Vatron, 39 King Black Dragon. So only 11 more, and then that's all the boss combat requirements done. I needed my 5mm cash stack. I was only a couple 100k off it, so I decided to go PKing and test my luck here. And I found a guy with a cannon. I thought I got the TB in, but as I was maging him, he actually proved me wrong, and apparently my TB did splash. I didn't actually see it very well, but that's not a problem. He's bound to come back. They always do. So I found him at West Drags again in a different world. Got the TB in this time for sure. Chased him down. I was trying out a different style of PKing this time, but a mage, just to mix things up a bit. And yeah, carried on chasing him. Pulled out the Debo spec. Almost got the KO there. And yeah, carried on running. But as you noticed, then he actually picked up his cannon, which means he's risking one of the items, which is the cannon furnace. which is dangerous because that for me out for about 150k, I believe. I've already had one in this whole series, and I was bound to get my second. This guy said he's going to quit RS. I wouldn't do that, dude, but at least he tried fighting back. As you see here, the lovely death pile. There's a cannon furnace. Didn't decide to pick that one up first. Cannonballs always a priority. No, I'm joking. Didn't have that many though, only 26 cannonballs. And he also had a D-skim in there, dragon skimitar, a rune plate body, and he also had an amulet of glory with 3 charges on it. So all that should hopefully add up to 5 mil. Let's have a look. There you go, out the furnace. I had a second D-skim in my bank somehow. Out that as well, and it brought me to 4 mil 986k or something. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just out one of my DDS's. I had about 13 of them, but 5 mil and 12k. So I went to the PvP world, so there's a bit of risk, and then walked over to the witch, the witch, and gave her what a lot of you probably wouldn't give her, which is a finger in the... No, I just gave her the 5 mil, and yeah, good fight. What a waste of money. But what else am I going to spend it on? Fuck it, I can spawn an edge now when I die, so that's awesome. Now to finish off the whole of Series 4, which has been pretty belated, and I'm sorry for taking so long with it, but it was a ridiculous goal to set myself. Anyway, I needed to get 50 King Black Dragon kills. Second kill in, I didn't actually get anything. First kill you saw I got 14 Runite bolts. And then with the third kill, 12 Runite bolts. There's also an uncut Sapphire spawn in the King Black Dragon lair, which is cool. 30 lore runes, nothing too special about that. But surely 30 lore runes has to be better than 300 fire runes there. Oh well, 45th kill, 15 Runite bolts, so they're adding up nicely. And a 2/2 of a key, again kind of useless, but I like collecting them anyway, it's kind of funny. 47th kill here, 100 gold ore shall I say, and that's really useful. I can superheat those into gold bars and then work on my crafting again. And there you go, 150 U-logs, again that's great for fletching. I'm 68 at the moment, so hopefully get 73 and then I can make some lovely bolts, some dragony bolts. And then more for my 50th kill, I've got some Runite bolts, which is cool. Then pushed on and did a bit more smithing and got level 53 smithing, which meant I can now make Mithril bolts. In order to make those, well, I need feathers. Now this is my question for you guys at the end of this episode. What am I going to kill in order to get feathers? You guys can kill chickens. I just want to know what I can kill. I actually already know the answer, but I'm going to test your brains for it. Anyway, so then I found a guy risking the new weapon called the blowpipe, and I was like, fuck it, you know what? Let's have him. Let's have some. You want some? I'll give it. Yeah. So I gave him the TB so he couldn't escape, and then he unleashed the absolute new beast weapon from the snake boss. And fuck me, look how much it hits: 21, 24, 25, 16, 13, 5. I was like, mate, just stop it. Give me a fucking break. For some reason he pulled out a TB halfway through that. He shouldn't have done really. He should have cracked on another 25, 22 KO. It's unreal. It's stupidly powerful. And I was like, what the fuck is that? Anyway, I returned for a second time and decided to go for it again. Imagine if I PK'd this. This would be an awesome weapon to have for myself. There really wasn't much chance of me even getting any fucking HP off this guy. I was just eating the whole time. But yeah, as you see, keep eating, and then it poisons you and it hits like 10s and then goes up to 20. Tried pulling out like a prod Gmail spec, didn't get anything from it. And he just let me nibble away on my sharks. Such a supply waste, which is why you'll see what I do in a minute. But I carried on. You never know, I might get that final lucky hit in, but he's just destroying me. 17, 11, 14, literally within half seconds he's hitting these. I can't eat in that speed. Luckily I wasn't scolded. I didn't realise he got the TB in, so I couldn't escape. I carried on trying to eat my way out of it. 5, 25, and 2, dead. Fuck's sakes. So, I went on my pure fucking riding fucking pussy. I wasn't going to let him get away with this. So, I've just, yeah, don't normally bring my pure into my episodes, but fuck it. Pulled out the first DDS spec, 2925, 718. I can't even read that, but that was a hit, that was big. And then 23, 24. Good night. I didn't actually get the smite, but it was nice to get a bit of revenge on that guy. So now it's time to make a load of mithril bars from all the ore and the coal ore that I PK'd and mined. Just superheating again. It's really quick. It's good mage XP. And why not? I may as well go for 99 mage. It'll be funny. 54 smithing just from superheating. And I can make a few extra items, which is always nice. So yeah, massive thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked the length of this clip. If you have liked it, please leave a like, because that's what it's there for. And if you haven't, let me know why you don't like it. And for series 5 goals, I'm going to do a separate video for it. I'm also going to start uploading every Wednesday for wilderness tips. I've got loads of tips that I want to share with you guys, so I'm going to do a little midweek upload on that. And thanks for putting up with all my pure video uploads as well. But that's what some of my subs like to see, so I'm glad there isn't too much hate towards those. So hope you've had a good weekend and have a good week next week, boys, and I'll see you next Sunday. Cheers.